Hi everyone, welcome to Conversation. Myself, Missy Brownskin. To my right, Kiki. Get me to my left, Leanne Elizabeth, and to my far left, you already know, Big Mish. Come
Whoosh
on,
and push.
You don't know. You
No,
don't
I'm joking.
know.
I'm just whooshing. I'm not pushing. Whoosh, no push. You get me?
Whoosh. Now she's done whooshing, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, share all of that on YouTube, Snapchat, follow us, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. You get me? Convo_nation. So, we got the ladies night.
Hey.
Oh, we're feeling like, oh, this is ladies night. Oh, what a night. Okay, right. So, I got a question, ladies. Question.
Tell me what you think about me.
So the question. You and Kiki are just
Your man buy them for me.
Sit that one up. Alright, so the question for the ladies, yeah, and to get everyone's blood pumping at home and that, yeah, is would you have a problem with your child, yeah, dating somebody significantly older than them or younger than them? And would you date someone who's significantly older than you or younger than you? So if you ain't got children, pretend. Imagine in a few years when your mum, if you want children, because obviously not everybody is opposed to having children.
Why am I mad already?
How would you...
Already I'm hot,
How would
bruv.
you feel? Now, when I say significantly, I don't mean no keke gap like 3, 4, 5 years. I'm talking like even 10. I'm not going to lie. That's not that deep because there are really people out here dating people that are 20, 30, 35 years older than them. So imagine you got a daughter now. She's 21. Yeah? Let me make it a bit harder because I could say 16, dead. 21, she's 21 and she's like, Mum, this is Jerome, I want you to meet Jerome, like, oh, I'm gonna invite him for dinner. And you're like, okay, yeah, bring him round. You're thinking Jerome's also gonna be 21, 22, maybe 23. Jerome pulls up. Jerome is 52. So Jerome is basically maybe your age or a few years younger or older than you. Yeah,
You have to get rid of Jerome.
yeah. So who wants to answer first?
You do it. You answer the question. You do it.
Kiki?
Yeah, let's start from the
Kiki,
corner.
let's start from the corner. Or your son.
Cool. All right,
Yeah.
let's set the scene again. So
Okay.
you're 21
Yeah.
and you're coming with a 52-year-old man. Come out my house. What are you talking about?
Who, Jerome and your daughter?
Both of you leave. Go and get a house
Who's
with
Jerome?
him. Who's Jerome? Nah, be real. That's a madness.
So imagine if he was like to you, oh yeah, obviously miss, like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I understand that
From
I'm
when
a
you
lot
call me
older
miss,
than
you're
her."
disrespectful.
No, see, like, you know, he's trying to come with the clean thing.
My
whatever.
man's older than me.
Because if man tried to be on some ma'am, that sounds rude.
No,
or,
no,
you know,
no.
or auntie,
No,
that's
no,
a bit
no,
like.
no.
So imagine you come
No.
to you, it's like, look, seriously, all
Miss,
jokes aside,
are you in jail?
I love your daughter. Like, I wanna settle with her. You know, we're gonna have kids. I look after her, and she's proper like, yeah, mum, he's a good guy. Like, rare. He looks after me. He buys me stuff, takes me away. All of this stuff. He's talking about marriage and stuff. So literally,
know what
there's no
anxiety looks
complaints.
like?
The only issue is he's older. He's 52.
I mean, my first initial reaction would be, you're mad. Like, what are you doing? But when you think about it, it's like, it's hard to come by love. Like, I don't know. I'm going to be stuck because it's like, cool, if you really like this guy, it's not one of them sugar daddies or whatever where he's just buying you stuff. It's actually a joke.
Kiki,
Yeah.
how old is your dad?
He's like 42.
Okay,
Remember, we're
cool.
pretending.
Hey,
Yeah?
hello. This is a great
Remember.
thing. We're role playing right now.
Hold on.
So your dad is 42,
Yeah.
and you bring home a man that's 52. Yeah,
What do
and
you
you
think
say,
he's gonna say?
"Hi, Dad. How are you? This is my boyfriend."
Yeah, like put it in a real scenario.
In a real scenario, what's your
Not
dad gonna say?
what sounds
Because I'm sure
like.
your dad's gonna be like, Bobby, and tell you to take
Who's-
away your
yeah.
blood clot self.
Yeah, it's true.
So what?
But
if,
you love him,
what
and he
if-
loves you,
Then
and
we
he
love-
can give you
Guys,
everything.
hold on. So what if, yeah, like I said with your daughter again or your son, and she's come home and your daughter's 25 and her man's 19. Would you have a problem with it then?
Maybe.
Why?
It's a bit young. That's a bit... He can't even eat, drink alcohol in flipping Ibiza or whatever it is. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is a bit mad.
Yeah.
I feel like older is alright. So if I'm like, maybe like, okay, me, I'm 22. So if I date a guy that's 30, 36, cool. If I'm dating a guy that's 18, that's a madness. I'm not dating no 18.
That's very interesting.
Nah, not doing
But you
that.
know, society would say, that your mindset's closer to the 19-year-old than the 36-year-old. I'm not going to lie.
But
and most men I know that are 36 ain't touching you. You're a baby. If you think about it, you might think you're grown. I'm not gonna lie.
Girl,
No.
she
Do you know what I'm saying?
The man them out there
I've been her
telling
age.
me,
Do you know what I'm saying? I've been her age.
But you're
and
not
at
now.
22, that's my point. So I know.
no,
I know
no,
her
no,
age. She don't know mine.
No.
She ain't been 32, but I've been 22.
But you know what the
so that's
joke
the
is?
difference.
It's the look. When you said, no, enough men that are 32 ain't touching you, and the look was like,
36, 36.
girl.
I think it
But the
depends on your
difference between
relationship.
touching her and taking her seriously is different, babe. So,
Right.
not being rude, fucking you's one thing, but
Yeah.
putting a ring on your hand, they ain't doing that, babe. You're not married, are you?
No.
All right.
I
So-
think it depends on your relationship with
That's it.
whoever you're telling.
Right.
Because the facts remain, right? If, let's say it's a black man,
Okay.
per se, he's not going to look like he's 47, 48.
The
So
number.
really and truly, when you're, like, of a certain age, when you tell your parents or whoever you're telling that you're with a person, you might not necessarily disclose how old they are. It's irrelevant. It
Okay.
depends on what you're actually on.
So if your
as
daughter,
an individual.
if your
But you're gonna
daughter's,
ask-
if your
your
daughter's
daughter come
21,
home, you're
hold
gonna
on.
ask
If
your
your daughter's
daughter.
21 and the man's 40, let's say he's 40,
Yeah.
so not 52, he's 40.
Yeah.
Would you still have an
Yeah,
issue?
basically, if she live in my yard, me have an issue. But if she live in
Yeah,
his
that's
house,
another thing.
if she lives in his house or she's got her own house, and that's what I mean. It depends on the 21-year-old she is.
Okay.
If she's a 21-year-old that's very independent, got her own flat,
Yeah.
how can I tell her? Because
Yeah.
really, I think it's people being fast. If I'm a big woman, why do I need to disclose, even if you ask,
Right.
why do I need to disclose how old the guy I'm
Have you not
seeing?
noticed friends also ask that question?
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
asks that
And I
question,
think
but
it's
I'm just
rude.
saying it's
Yeah.
a fast thing because
Yeah.
the point is you're an adult, innit?
Yeah, so
So
it don't
whoever
matter.
you want to date, whatever age, is your business. But I just feel there's levels. So I'm not saying that I don't mind age gaps, but what I'm saying is I mind the business that pays me. If my kid don't live in my household, what is it got to do with me, who she wants to love? How?
So part 2, sorry Kiki, 1 second. Part 2 to that. Do you have an issue with dating down or up?
No.
No?
No, and I think it's just I personally
stand in your truth. It's okay. Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, there's levels to the thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a
So
I
19,
don't like kids.
you're not
you know what I
dating
mean?
no
Yeah?
19 year
I
old.
like kids.
All right, Al Kelly.
But I'm just saying.
All right,
like,
Gary Glitter.
the things that
Come
actually
on.
attract me to a person isn't your
yeah,
age,
yeah.
because I know fools that are older than me. So
Right.
it's kind of like,
Right.
if I vibes with a guy,
I'm coming to
I
you.
might not ask him how old he is, and then might be shocked when I
Right,
actually find
yeah,
out how
that's
old
a
he
true
is.
point, yeah,
So
that's
am I
a-
gonna stop dating you?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because we
Alright,
had this,
mama.
very like way back in the beginning.
I
I
remember
like
what you said, yeah.
right, and
So let me
yeah,
ask
it's
you
a
from
bit
the
tou-
start.
No,
Mish,
I'm not doing it.
would you have an issue
Yes,
with your... I
Yes.
won't say son because you have a son. If you had a daughter...
yes,
Would you have an issue with her bringing home a 4-year-old
Yes.
if she's 21?
yes.
Okay. What if she didn't live with you?
That's her business. Yes.
Okay.
You know why? Because she still come from me.
Okay.
So yes, I would have.
And even though he's a good guy...
Yes.
He's doing what he needs to do...
High five
and
to you.
more...
Kudos to you.
Yeah, I feel like that's
You're
also
great.
something that you have to consider.
Yeah.
Because you could have a
Because he could be
21-year-old
her
that's
age
busting her
and he
up
could
and in
be-
jail.
yeah,
What
Fan-
difference does it make?
It's
Like,
It's
obviously,
fantastic.
it
It's
depends.
absolutely kudos to you, my darling.
Nah,
Yeah.
Right, Kiki,
No.
what were you going to say before?
I was gonna
Sorry.
say that I feel like it depends on whether they've got their lives together. Obviously, my friend, sorry if you watch this, but she's
No
trying
names,
to
no names.
Draw
yeah,
out.
no
No
names,
names,
no
no
names,
names.
but
She knows who
she's
she is,
trying-
innit?
you
Look down the
know
camera
who-
like,
you know who you are, which camera
But
this one?
she's protected your identity, so please
Right,
don't
love
come
you,
for
sis.
Kiki. Yeah.
But she's dating 38-year-old,
Oh wow.
and she's 24,
Okay.
and he doesn't.
He doesn't
sorry,
do-
but he ain't got his shit together.
That just goes to show the
He's
older guy
trapping
thing.
at 38.
Oh wow.
You're doing a madness. They went on a date. He was like, oh yeah, you
She got
pay,
paid.
and I'm gonna give you the money when we get there because I ain't got no bank
Pause,
account.
pause, Kiki, pause. This just goes to show for the girls that are always screaming older man, that does not mean nothing. Because
Right.
I've said this before on the show. Someone who's 25 could have themselves together. Someone who's 35 could not. I've witnessed it This is another piece of evidence. Continue, babe, please, because wow.
Yeah, and it's like,
Alright.
no bank account. He's got a child that's like 15 years old, so he's got a big son. You ain't got no bank account. You're on the roads. You're not doing anything. You're
I'm
an
so sorry.
entrepreneur, whatever you want.
I'm so sorry that she's had to draw you out like this.
I'm so
Conversation.
sorry.
We're offering counselling services to young ladies that are dating waste men. If you've been affected by anything mentioned on the show, please feel free to DM convo_nation on Instagram.
Or email us at...
Right. Now, it's something interesting Kiki said, yeah? She said it's okay when they're older, but when the guy's younger, that's the issue. But now I want to flip it again.
Nope.
Because with him being older, yeah. So if you're... This is what I'm trying to say. Because when I said before, sometimes younger people are doing better than older people. Yeah. Would you have an issue, let's flip the sex, if your son brought home an older woman?
Yep.
Now, if your son was 21 and she was 40,
she just ain't going to be allowed at the wedding.
Okay, I would have an issue with my son dating an older woman. I wouldn't have an issue with my daughter dating an older man.
Double standards.
Why is that? Yeah, wait. Why is that?
I'll be real.
Why?
Because... I don't know.
Alright, let me give you an example, yeah? Let me give you an example. I'm going to be neutral in this because I posed
So it's
the
alright for your daughter to have a sugar daddy, but your son can't have a sugar mommy.
Let me put the question to you. I'm going to be neutral in this. Now, my thing is this, yeah? For example, your son is, let's say, 21 and she's 40, yeah? Now, at 40, she probably would have already had kids, or probably would have, let's say, for example, she's got kids, she's set in her career, she knows what she's doing for her life, she's doing well for herself, she's settled, blah, blah, blah.
She could have birthed him.
Versus a girl who might be the same age or a bit younger than him who hasn't, yeah? So her maturity level, let's say, it might be to a certain standard that a 21-year-old woman's isn't, yeah? So now she's not necessarily going to pose a threat to your son or be a bad influence to him. She's not going to be on some, I want to have a year. She's not going to be on some, buy me a Prada bucket hat. She's going to be set. There's levels. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So obviously, in a way, she's going to mature your son. No. Because he's going to have to move on a certain level to be with a big woman. If she's a certain woman that carries herself to a certain standard.
I get that,
but business about you.
I don't want...
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't care how old you are. I just care about
grandchildren.
I want grandchildren.
But 40 is not late. She could have
it's not saying that.
Just make sure she
that age is old
compared to 21. It's basically conversation.
Old and dusty.
Come on.
Can I?
No, wait.
I need to call my son.
Can
I call my son?
Wait. Are you having any more kids?
Hey.
Do you want
You
any
just
more
call me
kids?
old and dusty.
No, do you want any more kids?
Answer the question though.
Yes.
Yes.
You want more kids?
But most women usually at that age, they're
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you frowning? Why are you frowning? What? Why are you trying to tell me about my ovaries?
Why are you trying to
tell me about my ovaries? Because my vagina's good, you know.
I mean, yours.
I got childbearing hips, yeah. I got 2 functioning fallopian tubes, bruv. I'm good.
Yeah, but that's
let her
certain people, I don't know, maybe to do with race, I don't know.
Yeah, that are dusty and old. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
They might not want no more kids. They might have had, 4 or 5 kids. You ain't trying to have no more. So
I
you're
got
meeting
2.
this spring chicken, 21 years old.
So now, wait.
Pitney.
So now I ain't no spring chicken. I'm mutton dressed as lamb and I'm dusty.
You're not going to let my child breed you. You're not going to have it.
How do you know? How do you know that?
You're going to have a baby for a 21-year-old. Cap. You're not doing that.
How do you know?
Don't insult my
How do you
intelligence.
know?
But she
You're not
have
going
a
to bring
point.
a 21-year-old.
Babe, I'm not even going there. I don't even want my kids dating no one older than me. I have to put my son on the phone right now because I'm not in it and he knows.
But
you can't bring no woman home that's my age. Are you mad?
The same way you said they're not
Come pack the
taking
whole of
the
your
exam,
truth.
aren't taking
She
the
doesn't
marriage.
want
The
a mate.
woman's not taking the marriage.
So let me bring
You
it
want a
Leanne, Leanne Elizabeth, darling. All right, I'm going to flip it for you as well. Okay. So if
bring
your
them
son
hot.
was 21 and your son brought home a 40-year-old woman,
that's not dusty.
would you have an issue? Would you have an issue with that?
No.
And with everything I just said to Kiki, so she's got herself set. She might have a kid already, but she's got her head screwed on. Her money's
I've only
good.
got a problem with granny porn. I don't have a problem with my son wants to bring over a 40-year-old cool.
Yeah.
No grannies though.
Yeah.
None of that.
But what if
pervert
she's 40
business.
and a grandma?
Like granny porn.
No, I said none of that granny
Yeah,
porn
hold on.
business.
Hold on.
Do you
No,
get
but
that?
what if?
I'm
But
coming.
what if?
Wait, Mish,
What if
let her
she's
answer this
40 and
first.
has a grandchild?
Hold on.
I don't care what she's got.
Yeah,
she
because
wants,
that's
she
not
should
her.
have a
It shouldn't
yard.
take away
She
from
should
her.
have a yard.
Right.
She should have a car. And what I'm trying to say is, it's not. It's about.
don't like this.
It's like, go
Feel
and run
uncomfortable.
after that full gal that's just rolling
right,
down the road.
But
Or-
40-year-old women are full too, bro.
But the majority
and
versus
so
a
if the
21-year-old.
question is,
I'm done.
So
Yeah.
if the question is, do you want your son
Don't like
to date a 40-year-old fool?
No, would you have a
No.
problem? Yeah.
No, I'd have a
But
problem.
obviously, in general?
In general, I don't care. No, I don't care because he must be of ages to do what he wants.
Right.
So the reality is, he could do what he wants and not tell me he's dating a 40-year-old. What difference does it make to my life and what's going on in my yard and what bashment me I deal with in my yard?
This is one of the mums that are coming across as if they'll be in their son's relationship. Yeah.
Who?
Them ones where, can you tell your mum to leave? Why is she in the bed with us?
Who, me?
Why is she in the bed with us?
Fuck you lot. You know why, yeah? Because only that have no picnic. No, only that have no fucking picnic of that age. So fuck you lot, because you don't know it. No. Yes, I would.
Me and my son ain't even chatting about the birds and the rotted bees. So why are we going to be talking about who he's sexing?
Let me bring it to Mish. Mish, dear. Big Mish. Come on.
I'm not even talking to you.
Would you have an issue?
I'm done with you lot, because you're fucking immature.
With your son... At 21,
yes,
dating a 40-year-old,
yes,
who has got her stuff together,
yes,
she may or may not have children,
yes,
she may or may not be a grandmother,
yes,
her head is screwed on,
yes,
she's a good influence to your son,
yes,
she's not some little girl on the road,
yes.
I want to breed, I want a baby, I want to pride bucket.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next question.
You know why?
Yeah,
do you want to know why? And I say this with my whole entire chest,
why?
Because from when I can birth you, it's not cool, bruv. It's not. Like, how are you bringing home a woman that's your mum's age?
He can't help who he loves.
Bro,
my child. That's what you're gonna do.
Once you birth him, the job done, you know. What more you want? No, I'm just saying, like, you're
she
going
can't
on like
birth
for life.
He's already been birthed.
But I'm saying
that's
she's going on like for life because you've birthed him.
Yeah,
you're gonna be
the shots
and
the same way. I could not say to my son, "Oh, you know what? You know, I'm single now. Wait. I'm single now. You know, and I've met this guy, and he's 20." My son's gonna look at me.
You can have an opinion.
Boss that exactly right. Now my thing is this: I'm not okay with it. What you choose to do is what you choose to do. But I am not okay with it. The question is, are you okay with it? Yeah. My answer is no. I'm not okay with it.
No, I see what you mean.
I'm not.
At the end of the day,
you're saying it is what it is, but you're not okay with it.
Are you mad?
At the end of the day, you see your husband. He was not your dad or mum's choice. That was your choice. So if they had an issue with you dating him,
if he was, he looks older than what he is.
Yeah. But my point is, what if that was an issue for them? You would still go ahead and do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want.
But at the same time, the question is not. If your parents are okay and blah blah blah, would you be okay? No. Yeah. The question is, would you be okay with it? I'm being on. Yes, I would have a blood clot, pussy clot, or ass clot issue. I would.
Yeah. What was you gonna say, Kiki?
I was gonna say the same thing.
I'm picturing the movies.
Hold on 1 second.
If I have, say, like I have a child now, and then when they're 20, I'll be 42. Is that math right? Yeah. 42. Then you're dating someone that's 40. So you're dating your mum.
No, you're not.
You are.
You are. Your mum's age.
If I hear she's a mum, so she might be used to being a mum. So you're gonna then come and talk to my son. Like, it's gonna happen naturally. If you talk to a guy that's younger than you, even because your children are that age, you're gonna naturally speak to him like you're their mum, whether you mean to do it or not. So imagine hearing that. Yeah, they do that in general.
It's our roles.
The first thing for me, the first thing for me.
Hold on, let her land first. Go on,
babe.
So imagine hearing a woman chatting to your son. You're gonna be thinking, rah, like, because she's older anyway, you're gonna be thinking.
Even though you won't always be there when they're talking, by the way.
That's true.
Remember, you're not around them all the time. Yeah. And just to throw in a little curveball there as well, what if he introduced her to you, but you didn't know she was older? Some women don't look older.
But you know.
Yeah, that's my point.
Do I look 32?
No.
There you go. So imagine I could have met someone who's, let's say, 26. I've gone home with him. I've met him. I've been dating him for 6 months. I've met his mum. He's 26
and he's
I'm
making
32.
80 bags.
Hold on.
You're on it.
Hold on. He's 26 and I'm 32. Most parents aren't going to see me and think there's a big age gap between me and him. Do you know what I'm saying? Then what if she finds out after and then she's on some, oh yeah, no, you can't date her. She's
then you can't say anything.
No, but my thing is this.
Because sometimes you won't know.
Me as a mum, I'm not going to turn around to you and say, oh my God, you can't date her. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, okay, should we do the math? Should we sit down and have an in-house?
I'm sure he's done that though.
Should we sit down and do a little in-house maths, a little maths thing? You know, like, I'm not gonna turn around and tell you that you can't do something because you are an adult.
Yeah, but you'll have.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't. I feel some type. I feel away.
She's not okay.
I feel a
with
blood.
it.
But if it all goes well,
that's their business. I still feel away. I don't care.
And you feel away forever.
I still feel away.
Regardless, they're still doing what they're doing.
I still feel away.
So you're hurting your mum at the wedding. That's going.
Yeah.
Nah.
At the wedding,
I'm not there.
No, you're not there. You're not even there.
I'm not there.
It's your son. You're not missing that.
My son's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
But what if you don't listen to him?
How do you know?
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Why? What are you gonna do?
That will be his beat and retreat. That will be his thing. He's not wifing it. He's not marrying it. He'll know. Wow. He'll know within himself. Because I can't go to my son and be like, oh, you know, I'm single now.
Let's all touch wood.
Yeah,
and
touch wood.
that it don't happen because that will be your lesson. You
know. Business.
I've been saying it from day dot. I've been saying it from the very, very beginning. I said it from the first fucking show. If I can birth you, I can't fuck you, bruv. I can't.
Sometimes
it's too close.
If you had one night stand with someone, you even know how old he
I'm
was.
not in it.
Nisha's one of them people, yeah, that if it happened by accident when she drunk, she really hear to herself, it's alright. I'm not coming out of this room. No, because men lie. People lie. What if a guy told you he was 30?
Baby, we've all been there. A guy's always said, there's always been a guy that's turned around and said, oh, I'm younger than what I am. Cool.
Yeah,
but the question was,
if you would have done it. What the point I'm making is, a guy can come to you and say, I'm 30. Yeah, knowingly or unknowingly, you would have done it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, unless you're like, pull out the passport since you're time.
And no one's doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm that person.
So this is what I'm trying to say.
What date are you born? What's your date of birth?
People lie.
Women
That's what I'm saying.
Send me proof.
They've been
People lie.
And we know. Come when I go to your mum's house and I see all your pictures of your fucking graduation on the wall. I fucking know, don't I?
What's hard?
Basically,
hold on. Basically, what's a bit mad is, if someone lives in their truth and stands in their age, which is something they have no choice over, they're judged about it. But if they were to lie to get ahead, that seems like it would be okay. Because what we're basically essentially saying is, if you're older than someone or younger than someone, parents or whatever are going to have an issue with it, but they're still supposed to go ahead with their life. And yeah, we're saying it's their life and we can't stop them. But what you're doing with, obviously, if you have an issue, you're entitled to have an issue. But I feel like if you're projecting that on someone's relationship, that's not fair.
You see, because your youngest daughter?
Hold on, wait, let me land. Because even though that's your son or your child and you birthed them, your daughter or your son, if you're expressing to that person that you have an issue with what they're doing, what you're doing is breaking them down, and you're trying to control it, and you're manipulating it, and you're being a bit of a narcissist as well. And on top of that, it's not fair because you're happy in your relationship and your situation, and then you're basically spoiling theirs. If you really loved your child and that person actually was good for them and not hurting them or doing anything wrong.
How would your dad
Hold on, let me
How would your dad feel?
She doesn't care.
Let me land.
I'm over it.
My point is, if you're doing that to that person and you really love them, you're actually meant to love someone. I've said this to someone before. I want to see you happy with or without me. That means if we don't work out, I still want him to be happy, even though it would burn me that you're with someone else. If I genuinely love you, I will love you for what makes you happy.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I was saying earlier. If it's actual love, if it's just a thing
and she said we were being immature.
It's when
I am immature. I'm fucking immature.
Like
yes,
when
I am.
Were saying they were saying that it's kind of like even with when your children are coming out, if you already give them this disposition, like you better not be gay, you know, you can't come tell me you're gay, you know, and my son can't come tell me.
Imagine if he's dating a 50-year-old or however a 40-year-old, he's been dating her, but he ain't
remember
come
what
and
the question is.
Because
Remember, let's put it into context. Remember what the question is. The question is, are you okay with it?
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, I'm not okay with it. But what did I say? But what did I say? What I said was, if you choose to do that's what you choose to do. You asked me a question: is would I be okay? No, I wouldn't. So I've given the evidence of one. Of course I would. But my thing is, you're not going to sit down with me.
You made it.
Me and you are not friends. We can't key.
That's not welcoming. That's not welcoming.
Nice to meet you. This is fine. Here you go. Don't fucking tell me how I skin my chicken. Tell me that I fucking don't use lemon and fucking vinegar.
When it's like that,
bruv, this is a madness.
You're taking it far, bruv.
This is the whole point.
What it is,
but this is the whole point.
I
don't want a friend. I don't. I've got friends. I've got friends that are my age.
You know when the wife
we're not doing it. Hi, nice to meet you. Shake your hand. That's
but did you say you
I can't sit down with your fucking parents because me, you and your parents. Are you mad?
Mish, hold on. Did you say you wouldn't have an issue if the girl was younger? So if your son was 40,
you need to understand
if your son was 40 and she was 21, would you have an issue?
That would be the age of his youngest sibling. Therefore, there would be an issue there. It's disgusting.
Would the energy be the same?
Of course it would. Okay. All round, all across the board. If I can treat my own fucking dad that way, why would I not
younger?
Make an exception to my own child? No. The view is a view at the end of the day. Like, my dad dates someone that's 4 years younger than me. Are you mad? It makes no blood clot sense.
But not if you're old, it does. Bro, no, I'm not saying you're old, but I'm saying if you're a big woman and your dad is dating
okay,
a woman
that's
4 years younger than you, then you're a big woman.
Let me make it make sense to you. She's 4 years younger than me, therefore she's 2 years older than his eldest son.
But are you all grown?
No, bruv, I don't care. It's not cool. You're not here for your kids, bruv. like your children and your partner have more in common than you and your fucking partner. It's fucking mad. It makes no sense. If you find
a young Christian, I
enjoy
will
your
not
life.
be hating on you, okay?
Enjoy your life.
Happiness.
I'm not for it.
Because you look good for 60
yeah. That's all good. Because how would your dad feel? What did your dad say to you? Because I'm sure your dad turned around and said to you that you can't bring home no man that's the same age as him.
Do you know what? What I'll say is with my dad, because anyone that knows me, with my dad, I'm a daddy's girl. I'm his only daughter. Yeah, my dad will say to me two things. Usually, if I say I'm dating someone and the only two men I've ever brought to him is both my kids' dads, yeah, my dad don't want me with someone younger because he already knows how I am. I'm an alpha. He feels like I need to be with someone my age or older because of my maturity level when it comes to relationships. My dad, when I've made jokes before in the past about saying, oh, daddy, I'm going to bring someone home your age, he's like, don't even try that. He's like, I don't care if he's in his 40s, but he can't be in his 50s and 60s because I think that's too much older. Okay. However, I know my dad. If my happiness lies with that person, my dad will accept it. Same. Because as long as I'm happy, he's happy. And my dad said, he don't want me with someone younger. My baby dad's a little bit younger than me. My dad said no because he's seen the drama and whatever. And he just thinks younger guys, they're not serious in life, blah, blah, blah. Cool. However, if I did bring home someone that was 2, 3, 4 years younger than me, but that I was happy and my dad could see that, as long as I'm good, he don't give a damn. Yeah. That's how I see it. Do you get what I'm saying?
And that's normal.
That's
nice. If you can see your child in love, that's normal.
Because they
Who am I to stop your
happiness? It's like a catch-22 because they really know they don't have a say.
Yeah,
that's why they say that to you. They say, oh, you know, I won't be upset if you blah blah blah. Because the reality is, if I'm already seeing man, what can you do about it?
Exactly. I'm not
nothing. Yeah, like it's not gonna work.
But saying that, if my mum's 40 or 41 or whatever, she came home with a guy 21.
You can make up your face as
what
much
are you
as
doing? Are you setting me up at this point? How can you be?
Yeah, but guess what? He ain't looking you. He's looking your mother. So clearly,
he's gonna look me.
How do you know? He might not. Some boys your age, babe, don't want girls your age. They want older girls.
Yeah. Certain ages start to become a bit fetishy. And it's a bit sick. So as long as my son ain't into no granny business,
not being funny, but if you're looking for a woman, if you're with a woman that's the same age as your mum, you're looking for a mum in it. That's what you're looking for.
And can I let you guys know as well?
Some people,
remember, some people's preference, ladies, is to date older. Remember when we was young girls, a lot of young girls, I only want older man. It's the same for men. Some men do not want, some men your age don't want to date girls your age. Boys your age move to me all the time and I'm like, oh, you're right. Do you know how old I'm like 10 years, 9 years older than you, bro. And they're like, oh, I don't like girls my age, they're immature. They say it. And girls your age say the same thing about man your age. So it's down to preference. Some girls my age like younger man. Some girls my age like older man. Some people, it's their preference. It might not be a fetish. It might just be their preference. Just like some people don't want to date their own race. They date outside of their race. It's their preference. So my thing is, your child should be able to come to you and know that, do you know what, confide in their parent and know that their parents not going to
confide in me or you like, I love you. I'm not disowning you. I'm not kicking you out, but I don't like it.
I'm just saying, Just saying. Just like with your sexuality, like you said, Leanne, I've got friends who are gay and their dads have shunned them or don't want to talk to them, don't invite them to no family things. And so now they find it harder to deal with how people treat them in the world because it started at home. Yeah. So same with the age thing. I know someone once who liked older women and he couldn't come to his mum and tell his mum because even when he tried to tell his mum was on some, this, that. And then at the end of the day, he ended up killing himself because he loved someone who was significantly older than him and his mum made it very hard for him and he took his life. Mm-hmm. Your mum is your first love. So if your mum is showing your partner disrespect who you love and your partner's not disrespected you or done anything to harm you and your mum won't accept it and your mum is the person who you look to for validation, that's all I'm saying is sometimes mind your business, like you said. Mind the business that pays you. It's not affecting your mum's life.
If you live
it's
in
not
the yard,
hurting your mum.
Cool. If you live in the yard, then your mother has a say. If him ugly, best believe in my family, else someone's gonna be like, "Rah, so you couldn't find a nicer man." But I'm just saying that's how it works in Jamaican families. They're gonna tell you about everything. If him sucks too dirty, if him ear tough, they're gonna tell you. But my point is, if you don't live in the yard, it's not, you don't really say, oh, mum, I met a guy and he's 22. You just say you met a guy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And if he treat you good, he treat you good. It's when people pry into your business that the lines start to get a bit blurred. But
boundaries.
The question was, does she care? And she cares.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. I don't.
Once again, would you have an issue with your child dating someone who is significantly older than them or younger than them? The example was 21 versus 40, and we flipped it male to female, female to male. I also asked you guys, would you guys have an issue with dating someone significantly older or younger?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Older? Yes or no?
Older, no.
Younger?
Depends on my age.
Okay. What about you?
No.
Up? No problem. Down? No problem.
As long as you're not.
What did I just say? Sorry.
So would you date a guy younger than you?
No.
Would you date a guy older?
Depends on the age. I would date a guy older than me. Younger. Now younger is mad. If I was
at that stage, age, I think when you're 22, it's a bit like, right.
Like 16?
Yeah.
Younger than
and
me
Mish,
is a year
we
younger
done no
than me.
big Mish. Come on. Would
But
you date a guy older?
None of it.
The guy's like to me, look, I'm going to be your age by March.
In 3 weeks. I'll be your age in 3 weeks, please.
3 months, Mish. Give me 2 months,
like,
man.
No.
She's like, no, bro, you need to cut it.
Would you date down?
No.
Up?
No.
Even
Not
a
even
year?
a year, Mish.
A year older than me.
Down.
And younger?
A year older than me, a year younger than me, that's fine. But when you're talking 15...
So what's the benchmark? 5 years?
I already said.
5.
I already said
Did
4
you
and a
say
half.
5?
4.5.
4 and a half
I
is what I
said 4.5.
said. Yes, I did.
How specific? Why
You know like that? When? 4 months.
Keep it moving.
Did you not ask me? Was the question not asked to me? Did I not? Was the question not asked to me? The question was asked, right? Okay, cool. Did I not answer the question? Okay, cool. It's 4 and a half. It's not going to change.
That's good. That's good.
That's
Mish
it.
is like, if you're 7 years younger,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Suck your mum innit?
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note,
We're out.
Are done. It's been nice once again. Remember to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a
Tell a
cousin,
blood
and
clot
auntie.
friend.
Tell the younger sneaky link you got and the older sugar daddy you got to follow us on convo_nation.
Because they'll date you because they don't
I'm
have
Missy
business.
Brownskin.
Tell your mother to mind our business.
I'm Missy Brownskin. It's been nice for ladies' night, and we're out.
Yes, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of Convo Nation. Back again with the Mandem. Yeah?
There.
You don't know already. We got Mr. ATM. Yeah? Over here to my left, we got Mr. Bobby B. Bobby Hood. AKA Bobby Glow. Cause you see the sun on kissy skin and that, you get me? All glowing and them things there, you get me?
It's got out there.
And you got yourself, no, you got myself. Myself, Jar the Creator. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, all of that. We got some announcements we've got one announcement to make. Then you got 2. So 1, Convo Nation's coming to a year of this big celebration of it existing. We started this thing last year, put a lot of hard work, sweat, tears behind it, and we're going to celebrate by having a 1-year anniversary. What, barbecue, or are we looking to just do it as a gathering?
Yeah, there's no date at the moment, but we'll definitely be doing a barbecue.
Maybe on the beach.
Secret location.
Secret location.
Maybe.
So obviously just to keep following us on the gram or on YouTube, and we'll put the information out when the time's closer once we've secured where we're doing it.
Exactly.
Free
that.
food and drinks, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. All you're doing is you come in, you're socialising. There's gonna be debates. There's gonna be all kinds of things
Music,
going on.
games, everything.
So, yeah.
We've also got a competition as well. You may see my video and some other cast members' videos as well. You get to win a big, massive.
They don't even realise how big that is.
Yeah, this is huge. The camera's lying to you right now. This thing's it's bigger than my head. Where you get to win a bigger box of sweets than this, a bigger jar of sweets. All you got to do is simple: like, share, and subscribe, and follow as well. You got to follow us. You got to support the thing. And anyway, also on top of that as well, your favorite cast member. So I'm just saying, no pun intended. You get me? But your favorite cast member gets to deliver this to you for the winner. So if it's a guy, girl, whatever, anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's get started.
Let's go.
I'm gonna read the question out now. This one's quite peak, so you man ready?
Yeah, ready.
Ready, yeah? Alright, cool. Would you have an issue with your child dating someone who is significantly older / younger than them? And would you date someone older / younger?
Can I touch on that first?
Go to yeah.
Because age changes with age. As much as that sounds a bit mad, like and cool. Well, you can't be 36 and saying the 18-year-old is a young thing. A young thing has to move within your age group. Yeah. So I always say that, and like I said to you, you can't be 35 or whatever and saying a 19-year-old is a young thing. That's not a young thing for you. That's too young for me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if you're looking at and locking it down.
Brother, I'm lost, man.
Why?
No.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to say to you,
I hear what you're saying.
Let me make it a bit more simple. If I'm trying a bit more confusing, what I'm trying to say to you, a 40-year-old man cannot be calling a 22-year-old girl a young thing. It's not a young thing for you. Your age group, it needs to go within. You know what I'm trying to say? It needs to move up with your age. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? Yeah. So for me, if my daughter comes home and she's the difference is if she's 30. No, let's just say she's 25.
Let's go.
Let's say she's 25. Yeah. And she's coming home with an 18-year-old. I'm looking at her like maybe that's a bit too, or a 17-year-old. I'm saying that maybe that's a bit too young for you. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you?
I think what we got.
Yeah, but if you move and you're 35, dealing with a 25-year-old, it doesn't look.
Right.
So I'm saying the change.
I understand what you're saying.
You're basically trying to say, there's a limit to what you can call young thing, and what.
No. What he's saying is essentially as you get older, the goalpost changes.
Yeah.
So essentially, if you are, say, you are 22-year-old, you're a 22-year-old, you can't really get like. If your son or your daughter brought home a 16-year-old, you might have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But as you get older, obviously that becomes...
The age is a bit different.
It changes. If you're 50 and you get with a 35-year-old, as a man, you're winning.
Yeah.
And as a woman, she's winning because she's got a much more mature and much more relaxed man. He's been through the dramas and he might be at that level
So then what we've got to define then is what age is adult? What age is actually...
No, you can't do
that.
No,
you know what it is.
We say it is because a man may be 41 and get with a 21-year-old. Yeah, and like what he's saying, that's not a young thing because he's like, raw, that's not even.
No, but you know what? No, it could be something simple as this. Me and my brother, my nearest brother, I think we're 5 years apart. Yeah, growing up, 5 years seemed like a big difference.
Because you're young.
You get
even a 2-year gap.
Being at 20 and he's being 15 is a big difference. You know, like he's look at that. I'm like, look at you. You can't roll with me. But now I'll be 30 and he's 25. We're on a level playing field.
Because
do you get where I'm coming from? We're both past the barrier. So for me, when it comes to someone young, it's just got to be within your, within your bracket.
Well, I think it's subjectual.
It's definitely subjective.
What would you range that at? What would you range that at in terms of?
I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about sleeping with someone or being with someone?
Alright, so let's go back to the question. Because obviously it's to do with your child. So how would you feel with your child dating someone older or younger?
It depends on what age she is. And I'm gonna go with my daughter because my sons, I'll probably have more problems with my daughter.
Why?
Because it's my girl. Because it's my baby girl. So at the end of the day, when it comes to my girl, I'm probably gonna be a bit more touchy, a bit more protective. You get me? Rather than with my boys, because my boys are my boys. I'm a boy. I'm a man myself. So with the tough love you have with your sons, you don't have the same approach with your daughter. When you have a daughter, you won't raise him how you raise your son.
I'll tell you now.
I promise you that from now.
Hear me out. I'll tell you now that I had a conversation with this about something similar to this a couple of days ago. And what I would say is I'm going to raise my daughter, which I don't have yet, very similar to how I raised my son.
You won't.
And the reason why I'm saying that is I believe that little boys are exposed to sometimes the same amount or sometimes more when we're talking about different things than little girls. So for instance, what we do is we overprotect the daughter,
the girl,
and underprotect the boy.
No, you're
so
right.
we go, oh, he's a boy, he'll get over that. So you have to sit and put things into perspective. Now, this is changing the narrative a little bit. With a little girl, you're going to tell your little girl how she should conduct herself around men. But you're very, very rarely going to do that for your little boy. You're not going to tell your little boy how to conduct himself around women. Because certain big women will manipulate your little boy and make him do things way before his time.
But
so
man will do that with girls.
What I'm saying is, when you're 16 and you sleep with a big woman, you see that as... For us, it's an
accomplishment,
But you didn't realise. You didn't even realise.
She patterned you.
She patterned you.
You didn't pattern her. She patterned you.
Right. But the other way around is what we'll do is we'll do the same thing with a little girl. We'll say, with that little girl, make sure you look out for these kind of man because these kind of man are about and rare. But these times, why are we so overprotective when it comes to our daughter over our sons?
No, what it is. I think we're more protected over. That's me. I got both in it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to my boy, now my boy is a certain age, I'm kind of warn him a bit better and kind of show him certain things that now he's gonna experience as a man. Yeah. And I'm trying to show him that you learn your lessons from your mum, because your mum is still a woman. If you start separating your mum from being your mum to your mum is just a woman, you will understand how women kind of function. Yeah. You get me? I'm not saying every woman functions the same. Yeah. But you know, like sometimes the fundamentals you might get from your mum. When you look at your mum, you look at her as like, oh, she's. You know what I'm saying? She's superwoman. She don't really got no faults. As a you know what I'm trying to say? You look at your mum ain't got no faults. If it's a problem, it's your dad that's made the problem. You get what I'm trying to say to you? So
that's a wrong narrative.
And as men, we all experience it ourselves.
But that's because we reach a certain age. So that's what I'm saying.
So when I'm trying to show my son now, as he's 17 now, I'm trying to show him that right at the end of the day, if you look at your mum's just another woman. Don't look at me as the bad guy. I try to show him that women are gonna be women regardless. You get what I'm trying to say? So don't, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the reason why
your mom can't do no wrong in your
But that's the reason why I'm gonna bring up my daughter very similar to my boy. And I the same way I protect my little boy is the same way I'm gonna protect my little girl. There's different things.
Protection. It's different
things, but I'm saying that they in a more of a broader picture, they both need protection.
Yeah, but you're gonna protect your daughter more because you feel within your heart that she's more vulnerable than your son.
Right, and that's a society thing.
Yeah,
that's a society thing.
Yeah, sure.
Because as you get older now, and you pre it now, you would say that how many women out here are doing a madness that provoke situations and circumstances to happen, and then you realise actually they're not as vulnerable as you made them out to be. Do you understand? And I'm not saying there's not a physical difference, because there's definitely a physical difference. Yeah, and that maybe that's where it stems from, but a little boy can be manipulated and can be overpowered by a big woman too.
You see the wickedest thing? What you're saying is true, yeah? But the question, they're dating. So if they're already dating, there's a possibility that she's already beat or he's already beat. So it might even be a scenario where you can't really control.
Yeah, but how do you feel about it?
Personally for me, you know what? Looking at it from a perspective of logic, yeah? Because like you're saying, man can't look at society's way of doing certain things, because I had to sit back at first. I was thinking, oh, fuck that. Then I thought, hold on. If they're already dating, already into it, I need to accept that if I've raised my daughter and I've shown her certain things, this man actually might be the blessing for her. 2, I might be able to vet my man and say, right, you know what?
So what age are we talking? So your daughter's, let's say your daughter's 21 and she brings home a 40-year-old man. and he's got good intentions for her. Let's not do the negative thing, because that's what we tend to do. We tend to go negative because we start thinking, he's gonna manipulate, he's gonna do a mad. He might just have good intentions of saying, you know what? I've been married already.
So you're talking a 20-year difference.
20-year difference.
Yeah, for me, that 20-year difference ain't working for me. Yeah, I let man off on that. That 20, you can't be 40, my youth is 20, and you're talking about raw.
But you see the wickedest thing.
But he's got good intentions.
You see the wickedest thing.
What do you mean intentions?
He wants to marry her. They've been dating.
In 20 years time,
that's their
life 60.
Though. That's their life.
Yeah?
But they've already started.
Nah, you're looking after.
She's gonna be 40. She's gonna be 40.
Yeah, but you remember, it's the condition as well, and that's another thing. Because at the end of the day,
if
like I said to you, no. If she was, let's say, if she was what, 25?
Yeah.
Maybe no. Let's say she was 30. No. 20 years is too much. 20 years is too much.
But you see what it is. You're looking. You see it is. You're looking.
Have you slept with a woman 20 years plus?
No.
15 years.
10.
10 years.
I've gone 10 and change.
How old was you at the time?
I've gone 10 and change.
And
like I said to you,
how
remember,
old was you?
well, if you have been watching, you would know that I was a young youth.
17.
And I had the big woman, but I don't know how old she actually was. I only go by guess.
30 then.
Yeah, I can only go by guess. I don't know.
Remember,
I never asked her her age. You get me?
You see, it's me personally.
Well, you don't see her around.
Hold on, one second. Looking at the situation like this now, yeah, I would react how you would react in that first, but then I had to sit there and think about it. Hold on, 41 years old. Man's got to have a conversation with my man and see, because you know what? At that age, what is man's real?
Mama, hold on.
What's man's real intentions?
Go on. Can I pause you for a second? So she's 20. And he is 40. Now, he could be the same age as you.
Yeah.
He could be the same age as you.
That's true.
So that's a man walking through the door.
Right.
Yeah, your 20-year-old daughter and me, and you're the same age. Me, I'm walking through the door.
But then at 40, hold on.
You're looking at me, man.
At 40,
you want to kill me. You want to kill me before you move.
At 40, what does a man like you want?
Because what you want with them young girl there?
But you might want peace.
At 40,
you want
20.
peace.
It's not 10 years. Because 10 years I can accept. But 20 years I can't accept.
So it is. If that 40-year-old guy was married to someone his age and you're divorced, he's going to go younger.
How I see it
More times he's going to want peace. He's going to want some form of woman that's going to listen and be obedient. Now, your daughter might just be that person. If you're going to reject it, cool. But they're already doing it.
Yeah, but my thing is...
You see where I'm coming from?
I'm coming from a place of where he just wants to do the right thing and he's falling in love with someone that's younger than him. We're not talking about these mad narratives. We can go on to that at a later stage, yeah, where he's manipulating and doing all that.
Okay,
we're not saying that ain't the case. But what I'm trying to... Where I'm going with this, yeah, because essentially, yeah, is trying to loosen that society hold on us that we think that this has to be the maddest
Alright, cool.
thing.
Let me keep it real. Let me keep it real with you. Yeah? Now you're going to put it like that on a simple layman's terms, like, raw.
Yeah.
You know what? They're together and he is good for her. See, for me, if whatever makes you happy, then if that's what makes you happy and he truly is the person to make you happy and you are building life, then fair enough. I'll be quicker to accept it rather than... You know what I mean? Because you always think of the negatives. I'm thinking of all the politics that gone in between that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm thinking of all the negative things and I'm thinking, cool, well, that ain't going to work. But at the same time, I would be upset. You know what? What will bug me is if me and him's the same age. That's what will bug me. I'm not going to lie. I'm being real. If one of you man walked in the door and said, you're with my you, I'm looking at you like, what old are you? Raw. So me and you are the same age. Yeah. Me and you had the same childhood, basically. We can relate to everything else on that level, but you're with my youth. What you want with her?
But then you see what it is.
You want with her?
But you see what it is.
You know one there, then I'm thinking, right, then I start thinking, mad shit.
Yeah, but sometimes you can be in that middle, place where...
No, I've been in... Alright, I get you. I've been in the middle. Yeah? Well, I'm 10 years older and I'm 10 years younger. I'm smack bang in the middle. I could actually be with your mum or be with you.
Right. You see where I'm coming from? Because you as the dad might even have
But like I said, me and you ain't the same age. That's the difference.
You as the dad might even have a young thing yourself.
We ain't the same age.
So your daughter's like, wait, hold on.
No, you can't say young thing, bro.
Sorry.
You gotta keep it positive.
A younger person, yeah? A younger person, yeah? For the politically correct.
No, obviously we'll go on to the other narratives soon, but
what I'm saying is that I had to look at a man at that, because like you said, what you come to do with my youth, that's a question you ask, right? But when you ask that question, you think, hold on, a man that age really could get any other woman. Why is he coming to my daughter? You got to ask yourself, he may have gone through the madness. He may have gone through all the women older, probably just his age group, a little bit younger, and thought, you know what? I'm done.
Sometimes the older man is better for her.
Yeah.
It's you know what I'm trying to say? The right type of man will tell her, listen, before she might have been out on road all the time. I'm saying your daughter could have been out all the time. She could be just living her best life. And now she's met that man, she's settled down, she's had a youth. Maybe she might not have had a youth. She might just be in a good relationship. Yeah. She's in a good space. She don't really rave no more. She's actually doing up relationships and family life sort of thing. And you're looking at this brother like, raw, you know what? You was actually good for my youth, because if my youth didn't meet you, who knows what she would be doing now. Right. So at the end of the day, it's not always bad. Yeah. Sometimes the older man could give her a little direction.
How I see it,
little stability.
Because the man had this conversation, and what man was saying is over the dining table when man had this conversation was most man or woman will sit down and smoke and drink with their kids at the age of 16. But if an older man came into that, not her at 16, but like a 21-year-old, which was deemed legal, yeah. Yeah, you're a legal adult. You can do everything. You can smoke, drink, and all these things. By the age of 21, you can do everything. But a man comes in, he's 40. The idea in our heads, because the society's saying, what? Because that's the same way you feel about it. The same way I would have instantly be like, what are you talking about? That's our madness. But at the same time, if he has good intentions, let's not think about the negatives.
Strip away.
Strip away
the intentions.
The age and just
strip away. I'm saying
because got in good intentions, right? Like he might have a business, he might have a house already, he might have certain things. But we're talking about just the positiveness that can come from it. Brother, it's better that
we then to play into the stereotypes,
right?
Because straight away we're thinking, okay, older man means that
he's gonna be able to manipulate the thing.
You get me? Right, but really and truly, we don't look at the positives. They say, you know what, that young you is probably the young youth that's your age ain't gonna be ready.
And you know why it's mad? Because
you ain't gonna be ready.
When you're young,
you know what I'm trying to say?
When you're young girl don't want you.
Right.
When you're young, they want the older man. And when you know what I'm saying? So you can't win.
Yeah, it's true. You get
When you're young, they don't even want you. So when you get older, the young girl want you.
Yeah.
He might be like he's got good intentions, but obviously he's older, so he might actually have a pattern saying, "Well, Olden, when you going out doing this X, Y, and Z?" Or he might have learned so much in life where he can tell me, make sure your credit's right, make sure you've got this, and make sure you've got that. Do you see where I'm coming from? You can
about that guidance. You know what I'm trying to say? Because some, you know what I mean?
Because your kids sometimes don't listen to the parents,
it's true.
but they will
It's
listen
true.
to their new boyfriend or their new girlfriend.
Right.
And if they're guiding them in the right way, who are we to turn around now and say, actually, that's wrong?
Because that brother might be, okay, cool, he's 15 years older than your daughter.
Yeah.
But he is teaching your daughter things
Right.
like...
And
shit,
you know what it
you
is?
taught her, but she ain't listening.
Right.
So my man say, "Rah,
You can reinforce
open your
your
account,
thing.
get your
Right.
ISR, whatever stupid it, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It might not be stupid.
It's
It might
the
not be
trauma
it's true.
that we live in
That's
in the society that we live from, as we come from.
And the stereotype.
And the stereotype.
And the stereotype, because the stereotype is a big thing. The stereotypical, because first of all, if I say I'm 15 years or 10 years older than your daughter, you're looking at, "Rah, what? How many kids has he got? What job does he do?" But you're asking all the negative shit, but you're not realizing they're not asking what? Does he look after you?
Right.
What is he teaching you?
What
is he bringing to you to show you certain little angles in life? You get what I'm trying to say to you? So we always tend to look at the negatives before because it fits our narrative. It fits our thing. Like, "Rah, you're too old for my daughter." So at the end of the day, I'm going to look at the first thing I'm looking at is negatives. Rather than that, you might be the one to put her on and show her, like, "Rah, at the end of the day, you've got this and this maybe qualifications.
Yeah.
You need to go down this angle rather than the angle that she thought she was going down. You get what I'm trying to say to you? So a man can always bring something else to the table.
I think we should touch on the fact that it needs to be the same for our little boys. Because what we do is we allow our little boys to run ragged and do what they want. But when it comes to our little girls, we're sitting there going, nah, my daughter can't do this and my daughter can't do that. But if your son, let's say, your son comes home with someone older and she's bought her yard, she's going on with things.
You're going to respect him.
You probably kind of go, boy, he's actually landed a decent woman. Alright, cool, the age is a bit mad, but you're due to probably accept it.
But let's just say, obviously, little man's come home, 18, 19, whatever. He's picked up a woman that's 33. She's got 3 kids already. No matter how many baby fathers, it doesn't really matter. But she's got 3 kids, no matter the age. Now, he's 18, 19, just coming into his adulthood. And you're picking up a big woman that's got kids. Now, you two ain't got no kids together. But now, it's his responsibility because he ain't in the house no more. He lives with her. He lives in her house. You get what I'm trying to say? So now, you're looking at your youth now. Little man is a dad before he's a dad.
Is the responsibility...
So he's, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, is it
Are you going to be happy that he is now putting on this big adult role and looking after someone else's kids?
What I would say
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Are you going to be happy? Are you going to have the same energy?
I wouldn't be happy with my son at 18. If he's 21 and he's out the house, his choices are his choices. All I can do as a father is guide him.
I'm saying, how would you feel?
How
would you feel?
That's
not about his choices. How would you feel?
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. At 18, you're still a child to me.
Mm-hmm.
When you reach 21 and you're out the house and you're doing your own thing, then obviously, I ideally wouldn't be too amazed about the situation, but all I could do is guide him and say, look, you know what? You know she's got a lot of kids. That would be a man-to-man conversation. I know she's got a lot of kids and that. If this is what makes you happy and this is what you want to do, it's cool. But I would probably try and go with someone that maybe ain't got kids.
What about if he's 18 and he's already out the house already?
Huh?
So everything you're saying at 21.
Yeah, I can't.
What about if he's already done it?
I've already, because we're going around the circles, I've already cut the 18 thing. Don't work for me.
Yeah, but
because he's still a child.
18, you're an anti-mom.
Yeah, anti-mom because he's a child.
2 more years later, you're like,
I'm saying 21. He's an adult.
I hear that, but what I'm trying to say is that 18 years old, he could have been out the house already. And maybe there may not grow. Even if he stayed in the house between 18 and 21, he's still kind of the same.
Yeah, no, but we're still trying to grow on the narrative that we have.
No,
we're
but
trying to add another narrative.
Because what I'm trying to find out is what's the difference between really 18 and 21?
There's no difference really.
And for me, the difference between 18 and 21, is the fact that now you are legal to do every and anything that you want to do on this planet.
You're an adult.
On this planet.
Like if you get locked up tomorrow, whatever.
Right. When you're 18,
by yourself.
When you're 18, it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
you're still in your teens, innit? Like you're going through that teen stage of still growing. But once you're 21, and in the law's eyes, you're still gonna be my child. You're gonna be my child when you're 25. You're gonna be my child when you're 30. You're still my child. But what I'm saying is, once you reach 21, you see that most kids, and it don't matter if you're a boy or girl, you're an adult. You soon, what, you think you can have chat for your 21-year-old? You can be saying, I'm a big man.
But 18-year-olds still have the same energy.
No,
From what I can
yeah.
see.
Yeah,
No, I get what you're saying.
When I was
I do get
18,
what you're
man
saying.
had that same energy when I was 21. Do you see where I'm coming from? And that's what man's trying to say. I'm saying raw that. So then legally, what's the threat? Do you see where I'm coming from? What threat is there legally?
Because 18, before you could buy alcohol and cigarette at 18, but then now I think
but
if you don't look over 25, they say, or something.
But there's something with 21. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't be able to.
But
you're legally for
with us
everything.
growing up,
Yeah,
the 8
our
21
generation
is like,
because 21 was like your milestone.
it's like America, because
Right.
21 is where you can do everything.
Right.
Remember, America, and not until you're 21, you can't go clubbing. And legally.
Yeah,
You get what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
So we've always grown up with like American rules. Let's keep it real. We've always kind
Because
of
I'll be honest,
mirrored America.
America,
You know what I'm saying? We've
For
always
me,
mirrored it.
For
Come
me,
on, man.
21, you would have ideally finished your studying. Ideally,
If
you
you're
would have-
studying.
if you studied, where when you're under 21, yes, I'll be pushing a narrative of career. Like you need to build up for your career.
So you're more looking
So
at the
when you
milestones
reach
you can
21,
achieve.
when you reach 21, you would have tried to achieve something. So even if it's your diploma or your degree, you would have achieved something.
No, like I said, we always look
that's
at
how
the
I see
negative.
it.
We always look at negative because you know what? Let's keep it real. If you now at this age was with a younger girl, your experiences and the things you would want for her is to better herself. So you will be putting the battery in her back to make her, especially when she's got potential. This is i.e. she's gone uni, she's come out with a local degree or whatever the case is, and you're the battery in her back to say, yo, you need to be doing A, B's and C's because young girls are more acceptable for learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for change. So we're an influence. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We all look at negative. I'm saying if you're put in the positive direction and you're putting it on her saying, yo, this is what you need to be, and she's listening, she's doing it, you're only a good thing for her.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
How
I've got a friend that actually has, like his mum is 19 years older than his stepdad. And it works. They've got a family business together. They've got properties together. And even when she went for him, she must have been about, I don't know how the maths works, but I swear she was like late 30s or whatever. It was something like that. So everyone was kind of like, raw, and that's back then.
Yeah, you see what it is?
You know
We
what I'm
don't hear
saying?
enough good stories about it.
Right.
And that's the
We'll look
reason
at
why
it.
we feel how we feel.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't hear enough good stories, but if you look at our grandparents' generation, there was big age
Huge
differences.
gaps, yeah.
We're not
My
talking about...
mum and I've grown my stepdad from when I was 8 months old. Yeah, so and them lot are like, I think they're 10 or 11 years apart.
See?
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And now when I look at it, I'm like, raw, my dad tried to pick up the young thing, you get it? He tried to pick up the young thing early, you get me? Yeah. From a long time, he knew the pattern.
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted, this shit's been going on from a long time.
Long time, yeah.
This ain't no new thing where man's picking up 10 years younger or 10 years older. It's what happens, fam. Opposite attracts. It's just the laws
So
of
what we're
attraction.
saying, we're accepting that our daughter and our
No,
sons...
for me,
or,
like I said to you, I'm only accepting depends on what age she's at. Like I said to you, she's 25 picking up a 35-year-old. Who the fuck am I to tell her that man's too old? But if you're 25 picking up a fucking 15-year-old, I'm looking at you like, hold on,
What if you're
you're
20
moving mad.
What if you're 25 and she's picked up a 45-year-old?
Then I'm looking at her like, yo, I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna say it's raw. Because at the end of the day, for me, if you're 25 and you're looking,
But what you would go? What's the
No,
lowest you
I'll
would go?
ask her.
No, what's the lowest you would go
in what,
in age? Like if you're dating a woman, what's the lowest you would go?
10?
10 years.
Maybe
so
10.
imagine you.
I'm just saying maybe 10. I'm just gonna throw a number out
yeah,
there.
that's
10.
cool. That's cool. But let's just go with 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Imagine the same energy that you have for that 20-year gap. A parent can have the same energy for you
They
for
could,
that 10 years
they
gap.
could, they
And how
could.
would you feel?
Listen,
These times you got good intentions for the
listen,
girl.
I've been in that situation, yeah, and for me, it's always like that and cool. You just have to how you feel in that situation is mad. You just have to roll with it.
Yeah, wait,
you know what I'm saying? Because some people's influence could change your perception.
But can you see when it's
get what I'm trying to say
projected
to you?
On you.
when it's projected on you,
Yeah,
your
it's
mindset
different. No, it's
changes.
different.
Yeah,
No,
because
it's
you know
right.
it is.
No, you're right.
Again,
You're right.
but it all goes down to character and how you know this
It's
person.
right. It's all about
So,
character.
When it comes to that
Yeah.
projection on you, that parent will have to think, well, you know what? But I do know my man. My man's cool. He's got good.
No, you
intentions.
might not know. We're talking about we're talking about
So she
you're
don't
in your
know.
yard, your daughter or your son's been dating someone, and it says, I want dad, mom, I want to introduce you to someone that I want to be serious with. We've been dating for the last year or 2 years. I'm in a happy place. She's 21 and she walks in with a 35-year-old. or a 40-year-old?
Fine, that's a big difference.
You see what it is
20
for me?
years.
You see what it is for
35
me?
is still 15
Yeah,
years.
but because you remember, like I said to you, I've always said, depends on what age they are. Because,
Right. So for you, what are you saying?
but like I said
So
to you,
40,
she's
she's
25.
21.
If she's 25, she's bringing a 35-year-old. Then
It's
who
only
the fuck
10
am
years.
I?
That's only 10 years.
Yeah,
though.
but what I'm trying to say to you, I've always said to you, the gap changes. There, looking at 20. Cool. We're looking at 25 and looking at fucking 15.
Oh, so it's more acceptable the older you get, which we said at the beginning. So
For me,
50,
for some reason, I feel.
so if you're 50 and you get a 25-year-old, you're winning. That's 25
No,
year
but I'm
gap.
saying, no.
That's
I'm
still
saying the
peak.
gap's too big, fam. What I'm trying to say to you is when you get a certain age, it starts to get level playing field.
Yeah.
Right.
The playing field levels out a bit more.
But do you know why that's
Remember,
peak?
cool. How much years difference is between me and you?
3.
Right. Growing up, didn't I seem a lot more fucking older than you?
Yeah.
Right. It's only fucking 3 years. Now we've reached over 20 and you're 20 and I'm 23. We're the same fucking age. There ain't no difference. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? So what I'm trying to say to man is that when you reach over 25 and 35, depends on what that person, that 10-year gap ain't nothing.
What's your lowest
But do you know why this is peak? Let
What's
me explain how this is peak, yeah? When you actually put things into perspective, yeah? If a 50-year-old gets with a 35-year-old or a 50-year-old gets with a 20-year-old, whatever the age gap is, yeah? There's a mad age gap, yeah? It's still a gap.
I get that.
Can you see that? So when we think that it changes, it doesn't change.
No, it doesn't change. It doesn't change.
It's only the mindset changes.
Me and my brother are 6 years apart, fam.
So hold
but
on.
growing up, he could never roll out with me.
What's your
No,
lowest?
but it's to do with your individual mind.
One second.
No.
What's your lowest ratio?
What do you mean? I don't want nothing 19. I'll say that for now. Nothing 19.
So,
if you got 10 on the end, that's too young.
Alright, so you're basically saying
For me,
20.
that's too young for
So
me.
20.
Even.
Because 20 ain't got teen at the end. You know what I'm saying? 20 ain't got teen at the end. So if it's 20 and it's coming on with a 40-year-old, you're cool with that.
If my daughter comes on with someone that's 20 years older than her,
Yeah.
I'm not on that. I told you, 20 years, I think the gap's too big.
So then 21 is better.
21 ain't no better than 21 to
So
40.
what's your lowest?
You're not getting. For me, this is why
I think the 20-year gap's too big.
Do you know why?
Because what he's saying is that it doesn't matter what age. The gap
Don't
is always
matter.
going to
The
be a gap.
gap's always there.
Yeah, but what I'm
you're
trying to say
talking
to you,
about a level
cool.
of maturity.
Alright,
You're talking about
cool.
level of maturity in terms of like-
based
Can I
on the
flip it? Can I
individual.
flip it with you? Alright, cool. So, have you got any younger siblings?
Yeah.
How old is your younger sibling? How old is your youngest brother?
My youngest one is probably 28.
No.
No, I think 20.
Cool.
Yeah, 28.
He's 28. How old are you?
That's not your youngest.
32.
32. Yeah, so what's that?
4 years.
4 years difference, yeah? So, when you was 14 and he was 10, do you think you two could have rolled together?
No, you couldn't.
What I'm saying?
That's
No.
your
I'm
perspective. That's what I'm
just
saying.
letting him
In our
know.
minds.
When your mum was saying, raw, cool, you can go out to play on the landing, on the back, the 10-year will have to stay in the yard.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say? But
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. Flip it over now. Yeah? He's 18 now. The youth's 18. And
We
you're now
agree.
23.
Right.
Oh, you two can go together.
No. Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say?
No, I agree.
What's
I agree.
changed?
I agree.
No, what's changed?
No. It's not, the age, the gap ain't changed. But
Right,
what I'm trying to
what's
say to you,
changed?
when you
Maturity.
hit a certain level of age,
Right.
the level,
Right.
it
What's that
levels
level?
out.
What's that level for
Levels
you?
out.
What's that
and for
level
me,
for you?
if once you hit like, I told you, 20 years, I think the gap, that's a bit big.
So if you're 50, you can't get with a 30-year-old.
35-year.
You
What?
can't get with a 30-year-old because the gap's too big.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
You see that? The gap.
No, I get you.
The gap don't
I get
change.
you. But what I'm trying to say to you, for me, if you're saying to me to pick up a 30-year-old,
And you're 50.
I'm picking up a young thing any day. What are you talking about? I'm an old boy.
No.
I'm an old boy. If I'm an old boy and I pick up a 30-year-old, I'm feeling
that?
good. I'm feeling like, yo,
No.
I'm doing things.
Matt, no, hold on.
I'm doing
One second.
Your
I
daughter's
hear that.
30.
I hear that, but
Yeah?
see what it is.
And she brings home a 50-year-old.
But hold on, that's my preference. When I look at my daughter
No.
now,
So
hold on.
now
The reason
answer
why,
that.
hold on. But what? Hold on. What I want for me and what I want for my daughter are two different things.
No. But hold
Are
on.
two different
No,
things.
but-
I don't paint her with the same
what's-
brush as
but
me.
what's the level? Because you see what it is. What you're saying.
Get that?
What you're saying is the maturity. And I fully.
You step out the studio now. Boom, we go to like a you know those places that you like to go to. You know them places?
What places that I like to go to?
Ruffle. Those places. You know that when you networking, what are they called?
What are you talking about? Networking event.
Yeah.
What? There's no networking event now. What are you talking about?
Brother, are you drunk, bro?
I'm not drunk, but you're asking me about network. This is the place I like to go.
It's a scenario. Hey, Bob, you knew that was a scenario.
What places are you talking about?
you go to a networking event.
Alright, just to say like a barbecue, yeah?
No, bro, a proper networking event, bro.
That's cool. Can we move on? Can we move on from the event?
Yeah? You go in, yeah, right. You get in there.
Yeah.
She's dressed nice. You can't see that this girl is young.
Mm-hmm.
You chat to her, you start vibes and you say, right, this girl, like, she seems proper cool. You exchange numbers, you start talking. You might not answer her age straight away because of where she was. She was networking.
That's different. That's different.
Alright, now she found out she's 23.
It's too late. It's too late.
Beat it yet?
No. Regardless if I ain't beat it, no. You see why it's too late for me? Because if I like her, a man's already invested.
That's it then.
It's different. But I thought, hold on. Let me clarify. The way man put it, the man put out like, raw, like you meet the girl. What's going on? What are you saying? I'm after the studio. I go outside. I meet her. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
I'm 23.
I'm 23. I'm like, huh? What's wrong? At that time, then the instant. I think personally, I will shut it down.
Oh, you say I can't chat to you?
Because you know what it is?
from the same country as you and everything.
You know what it is? It'll be nice. Yeah?
Well, how high would you go?
The highest.
Feel like a 50 man.
Them man got.
You're like a cougar. Nothing wrong with a cougar, you know.
10 years. 10 years.
Oh, so it's higher upwards than
10 years, and that again, for me, that's me personally experiencing those sort of things and seeing raw like you know what.
Everybody has your mindset. Imagine that woman had the mindset on you.
That's her.
You say 10.
That's her. 10. That's her.
No, 10's light.
10's light.
10's light.
You got more than that.
Going up.
Yeah. What's her? So what are you saying, Bobby? What's the youngest? 10.
The youngest. Depends on what you're looking for.
Relationship.
Relationship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 10. I'll probably go 10.
10
around.
Just for sex.
I'm gonna throw a number out.
Just for sex. Everyone's TikToking with her. That is peak.
You know what?
Everyone's frightened.
I'm afraid.
This guy tries to use correct.
I'm being real.
Cool.
I'm sitting there thinking like raw, because obviously,
19
scenarios and situations play a big factor into these things.
Exactly.
And then you know from
exactly.
now,
So what? 19. So 19
a big factor. No, I wouldn't go 19 because 19 is a bit too for me. It's a bit too young. Remember, you're 17. Yeah. And that's a bit, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I was going to say earlier.
It's a bit techie, you get me?
21.
No, I'm not really trying to do that. For a quick night out,
21?
Probably that would be that's borderline. You're talking about borderline. You know the borderline.
Yeah, the fresh
You might cross over into America if you cross over, you know what I'm saying? The border fact. Yeah?
22?
He said 21. He said 21.
What about you?
Going up?
Going down.
No, we
Go up first.
Okay.
You see this,
No,
bro?
we start with down first.
We went up.
I'd say going up.
Cougar.
Just for sex?
Cougar. 50.
I'm saying 15 years. 15, 20, yeah,
So
probably 20 years.
What about relationship?
Just for sex.
What about relationship?
Why not?
Relationship up. I don't really want no old woman. I'll be real.
You for the younger thing, innit?
I don't want a relationship with no old woman.
What would be the highest though? What would be the highest?
What's the lowest? What's the lowest?
5 years.
Relationship.
5 to 6, maybe 7 years. Up.
Yeah. You're right. I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
And then younger to beat.
To beat younger.
It could range. It'll tell you.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say 22. I'd say 22.
There you go. 21, 22.
Yeah, I'd say 22. Younger, like just for being for a relationship.
The reason why it's harder being with the young girls.
Relationship, I would say
it gets techie.
Relationship, I would probably say 24, 25. You're kind of good to go.
Is that 10 years? Your junior?
No,
or 9?
No, it would be less than that. It'd be a lot less than that.
Huh? 24.
So I'm saying 24, 25 is gonna be like 8 years.
8 years, yeah. 8 years.
There are people doing math.
No, he said a lot less. I was like, oh, hold on. I'll spray you a couple of years younger than me, fam.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
Yeah, so I'm saying, 24, 25, relationship-wise, and that's based on if they're mature, if they got certain things.
This is what I'm trying to say, because the
in a sense,
woman,
scenario,
on their mindset.
Because you can have a 20-year-old that was talking about, yo, fam, you come to pick me up, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not.
You know, like, right, you be like, hold on, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? She's talking to you like one of the man.
Like one of them gassed up.
And then you got a 24, and you got the same girl, the same age. they don't talk nothing like it, and she carries herself a bit different. She might not wear tracksuits. She might always be dressed a certain way. And you know what I'm wondering, even though she's quite young, she's quite mature for her age, you get me, you know what I'm saying? So it always depends on the actual individual. You know what I mean? Because your 21-year-old might not be the same as mine. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Mine might have her head screwed on, and yours might be just any hood thing. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the truth. And vice versa. So it always depends on the actual individual.
But what I will say is, we need to start protecting our young boys as much as we protect our young girls, because that narrative of young girls being more vulnerable than young boys is false. And we need to make sure that our young boys are not getting manipulated. And we all know, as men now, how we're at a disadvantage.
No, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
As men now, at our age, we're at a disadvantage, innit?
Yeah.
Because you fool, man them are just saying, get up, man. Where if
There's
you
no
say, get up,
safety net.
we're trying to lift her up. Like, it's alright, we're doing the most, but we need
more
certain
brotherhood, safety net with the man them as well. Yeah, especially young guys. Vice versa, we're the same.
We're doing one.
Yeah, so let's wrap it up now.
Alright, guys. You heard our views, you heard our opinions. Yeah? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to follow Conversation. Like, share, subscribe. Mr. ATM on my right, Mr. Bobby B on my left, Jar the Creator, and we're out.